Let's talk about a huge challenge facing pretty much every organization out there. How do you manage your most valuable asset, your people, without just guessing? Today, we're going to break down how to build a talent strategy that's based on actual facts, not just feelings. So let's dive right in.
Have you ever been in a meeting and heard this question? It can send a real chill down your spine. It's that high-pressure moment when your CEO or a board member points to what a competitor is doing and suddenly puts you on the spot. It's the kind of question that makes the whole team scramble for a quick fix.
And that gut check reaction, that's exactly the problem. When we act purely on instinct or because of outside pressure, we're usually just slapping a Band-Aid on a symptom. To really fix something like a retention or a hiring problem, you've got to dig way deeper and find out what's actually causing it.
And this gets us to the core conflict, right? In a world where talent shortages are a real thing, relying on gut feel is kind of like trying to navigate a stormy sea without a map. Data, on the other hand, gives you that clarity. It helps you make smart, informed choices that not only solve today's problems, but also get you ready for whatever's coming next.
So what do we even mean by data-driven? Look, it's not about drowning in spreadsheets, I promise. It's simply about using facts to guide your decisions all the way through the talent lifecycle. You know, that whole journey an employee takes with you, from their very first interview to their long-term growth, and even why they might leave. Data should be part of every single step.
And this is the perfect way to think about it. Data isn't just a bunch of numbers. It's a tool that gives you direction. It's your compass. It points you toward what's happening in the job market, what your industry needs, and most importantly, what your own people actually want and need to do their best work.
Okay, I can almost hear what you're thinking. This sounds really complicated and probably expensive, but it absolutely doesn't have to be. Getting started with data can be incredibly simple. You do not need fancy software or a big budget. Let's look at a couple of super easy ways to get going. Seriously, you can start today with one of these two things. First up, a simple Excel log. Just by tracking 3 key dates for every candidate, you'll immediately see where your hiring process is getting bogged down. Or you could grab your team and a bunch of sticky notes for a process map. Just visually laying out every single step of your recruitment is an amazing way to spot those hidden bottlenecks that you can fix right away.
All right, so once you've started tracking the basics, the next level is to organize that info so you can actually see the bigger picture. And this is where a simple but powerful dashboard comes into play. It turns all those raw numbers into insights you can actually do something with.
A great dashboard doesn't need to be overwhelming at all. Just focus on 4 key areas: hiring, ramp-up, retention, and development. By looking at just a few specific numbers in each of those areas, like, say, your offer acceptance rate or your 90-day retention, you get an instant, really comprehensive health check on your entire talent strategy. Now, to make that dashboard really powerful, you need to combine 2 types of data. You've got your external data from places like Statistics Canada that gives you the big picture context, but it's the internal data that tells you the real story. For example, you might think salary is the #1 reason people are leaving, but your exit interviews could show you that the real culprit is actually a lack of growth opportunities. You absolutely need both to get the full picture.
And when you actually listen to that internal data, well, the results can be pretty dramatic. I mean, look at this number, a 30% reduction in early turnover. That's a total game changer. So how did one company pull this off?
It's simple. They listened. A manufacturing company used employee surveys and found out that a lack of clear career paths was driving new hires right out the door. So what did they do? They launched a mentorship and upskilling program they called Visible Futures. And in just 1 year, they cut that early turnover by 1/3. That's the incredible power you get when you turn internal feedback into real, meaningful action. So, you're gathering the data, you're building these incredible insights. Now what? The crucial next step is turning those numbers into real, tangible strategies that actually improve how you attract, develop, and keep your people. Here are 3 really powerful ways to put your data to work immediately. Number 1, use market data to build compensation packages that are transparent and competitive. Number 2, look at your team's skills to figure out future gaps and then start training your current employees to fill them, investing in the great people you already have. And 3, see where your best hires are coming from and double down on those channels. Stop wasting money on the ones that aren't working.
But here's the thing, and this might be the most important part. Tools and dashboards are completely useless if they don't become part of your organization's DNA. This isn't about a one-time report. It's about building a culture where data helps you make decisions every single day.
So how do you make it stick?
First, be consistent. Use monthly dashboards and quarterly reviews. Make the data easy to understand with clear visuals. Nobody wants to read a dense spreadsheet. Focus on metrics you can actually act on, things that really matter to the business, like turnover and growth. And maybe most importantly, bring it to life with stories. Use real human stories alongside the numbers to show leaders the actual impact of these trends.
And that is the final, most crucial point. It's so easy to get focused on charts and metrics that we forget what they actually represent. Every single data point is a person. It's their career, their challenges, their potential. At the end of the day, this work is all about understanding and supporting them better.
So I'll leave you with this one question. Take a hard look at how you're making decisions about your people. Are you just relying on guesswork and instinct, maybe reacting to whoever's shouting the loudest? Or are you using data as your compass, guiding you towards a strategy that's strong, that's human-centered, and that's truly ready for whatever comes next?